Good morning, my friends. Having a bit of trouble waking up this morning. Maybe more than a bit. Anyway. Yes, sure. It's a little bit of a brisk morning this morning. It's about, 38 degrees. But the weather says it's supposed to get up into the 50s, so let's hope. Anyway, running my Rattray Distillery Collection pipe, shape 106, and in it today, I'm running Black Bear. You guys have heard me talk about it. Well, here it is. I don't know exactly what you'd call that. I basically call it like a super Cavendish blend. But super black. You can smell the Cavendish. But there's also a hint of another kind of sweetness in there. It's a very, very good smelling blend. Very cool smoking too. You can keep this going real easy just by sipping on it. Lots of smoke production compared to some others that I've smoked. But the mouthfeel of the smoke is it's got a creaminess to it. It has like a natural type sweetness to it with a hint of licorice, which I always thought was kind of strange, but really nice, honestly. It's that licorice flavor along with a natural tobacco sweetness that has a real creamy, has a real creamy element to the sweetness, which could be left by the smoke itself. Really a nice tobacco, and still one of my favorites. I was really glad to see it reappear in that tobacco shop up there in Fairbanks, Yeah, this is one of my favorite blends. Just the flavor, the room note is amazing. The room note is sweet, but yet slightly tart without going over the edge. People who are not smoking, who have never smoked a pipe, love the room note of this stuff. The guy did an awesome job. And I don't claim to know, he claims he hand blends this. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. And if you want the truth, I don't care. Let's say, for instance, he just took another blend, threw a new label on it, and sold it for a higher price to the tobacco shop. It's right next to a gas station, sorry. I wouldn't even care, because it's supporting that old man, and I really like him. When I was younger, I spent hours talking to that old boy. And he's got some good stories. He's a Vietnam vet. So, yeah, he's got some good stories. Today is a Tuesday. It's my Monday. And I had a customer waiting for me when I pulled up to the shop this morning. I was about 2 minutes late because I had to put my son back to bed. He woke up and went in to use the restroom, which I'm really, really proud of him for. That's the first time that I know of that he's done that. I mean, during the day, he's fine, but waking up from a dead sleep to go in and use the bathroom, first time I know of that he did that. But I got him set back up to go back to sleep before I came into town. Caused me to be about 2 minutes late. And honestly, it was only 2 minutes because I was speeding like a madman. I'm really glad that there's no troopers out that early in the morning. But yeah, it's I think it's going to be a pretty good day once I wake up, which is like really rough today for some reason. My get up and go already got up and left, and I don't know what the hell. So I'm drinking a Celsius just to try and get a little bit more energy. I think I told you yesterday that my wife went to Fairbanks for supplies. It was mostly building supplies, as it turned out, and I did not know that when she left. Otherwise, I'd have taken this thing. But she picked up quite a bit. No joke. And apparently, she had to load everything into the car on her own. Because she went to Home Depot, and apparently the people up there at Home Depot have decided that they're going to be lazy as shit. Which, because I grew up in the construction industry, that's something I can't. I just can't. I'm that guy that you'll see every once in a while in one of these places that if they're not doing their job, and because they're attached to the construction industry, you know, selling tools, selling materials, parts, all of that, if they're not doing their job or they're being lazy, I'm that guy that you'll see up there telling some guy working there, "Hey, Susan, get your ass to work. Get over here. Move." You know, I grew up working in a construction industry, not this nice construction industry that we have now. I grew up in the one that you were hazed from day one. And if you couldn't take it, just quit, man. That's all we need you to do. Just quit and walk away. And I started doing that when I was 12. So, yeah. It burns my ass when somebody associated with the construction industry isn't doing their job or being lazy. Because I've run construction crews the majority of my life that I was doing the construction, majority of my professional life doing construction. and I just can't deal with it. I, I, it chaps me, you know. But but she went up, got a bunch of building materials, some of the supplies that she needed for the shop here, and for the food part of the shop. And she came back last night. She got in around 9:30, I think. We unloaded everything but the building materials. I'll unload those later today. So, wasn't bad. Not bad at all. But today is another work day. Talking too much. I do like this stuff, like a lot. It's just creamy. Got that hint of a licorice note to it. It's got a natural sweetness, not an added sweetness. Sorry, I was tamping with my thumb earlier. But it's got a natural sweetness to it that is just sweet and creamy. Almost, when I say creamy, I mean like almost like a custard type creamy. All right? It's just really nice. Produces plenty of smoke when you're not spending most of your time talking on the camera. See? It's just, and the mouthfeel of the smoke, again, creamy, thick. Like, it's got a viscosity to it that just lets you know that it's there. But it's not unpleasant at all. And I have never, not even when I was a beginner pipe smoker, I have never gotten tongue bite from this. In fact, I knew a local guy years ago that he started, I found out that it was this that he was smoking, and he had been smoking for I don't know how long. But when I met him, he was 50 something. And for the 15 years that I knew him, this is all he smoked that he ever told me about, was just Black Bear. It was amazing. Only thing he smoked. And anytime he walked into a place, he was one of those guys, old school enough, where he didn't care if it was non-smoking. If he walked in and he happened to be smoking his pipe, he would keep smoking. And nobody ever bothered him about it. They're like, well, what's the point? He'll just pay us the fine and just tell us to shut the fuck up. Here's a good old boy, though. Funny as hell. The folks that own the property next to us and have some Airbnb cabins, they came back a few days ago, the end of last week, and they're getting those cabins opened up. She's working on getting the state parking areas opened up, everything, man. I mean, when they get here, they start rolling. They don't screw around. So I think it's going to be a good summer. It's going to be busy as hell, I hope. Tuesday is usually a really busy day. Mostly in the evening, not so much in the morning. I'll get a little hit here about 10 o'clock where, I'll get probably 15 or 20 people coming in, on average. And then it'll be kind of sporadic throughout the day. But once 4 o'clock hits, man, it's game on. I've taken up enough of your time, y'all. Love y'all. Peace. I'm out.